people saying that it could be heading for civil war. It's not necessarily going to be heading for civil war. It's just going to be more of this managed decline unless, something is done about it. Do you, for example, in your personal purview, see as civil war could be a possibility if things like this are not, taken care of in a sensible way?
Well, see, before I joined the Homeland Party, when I was in my limbo period between Reform and Homeland, if you'd asked me if I thought civil war was coming, I'd have been like tomorrow. Do you know what? Like I was just
Mm.
as couldn't see any way out. All I saw was that getting worse, getting worse, getting worse until our economy totally collapses, everyone's in poverty, and the whole world turns into the Thunderdome. Do you know? But when I
Hmm.
joined Homeland and they started showing you, they first started talking change. You start thinking that maybe they're just talking the same talk that everyone has. And then every weekend, every week, people are out in their community trying to make actual differences. And it was then that I started to realize that people people do want a positive change, but they want to see that that change is actually going to come. So when I started to learn more about remigration, how it was going to benefit us, the fact that we'd save 40 billion just by cancelling all benefits and all money that goes into DEI programs and the asylum system. So I was just like,
So
there is a better way. So there is this money that we keep getting told's not there, but it's there for foreign wars and stuff. All this money, it is there, but it's getting spent. The money is there for our people, but because it's being used on foreigners in our land as well, there isn't enough because, as you know, they multiply at about 7 times the speed that we do. So many of them are on
mm.
benefits. So many of them don't know our language, so they need interpreters. So that's more money spent. They're all in social housing as well. They're all getting bus passes. Yeah, oh, just
And
that's so
all
depressing.
of it coming out of,
Just
I
it.
get what you mean, and all of it coming out of taxpayer coffers, as you said, and the money is there, but it's just it's almost like they willingly, like whatever government, whether it's, I'm following the page on X at the moment, the Senate waste page, the Doge whales that they call themselves, and they're exposing all of the ways, like this octopus analogy where the Welsh government is giving money to all of these, like to the tunes of like tens of millions of pounds in some instances, to these like radically left wing, whether it's the I don't know, like Welsh Race Council or Anti-Race Council or whatever they're called, and all of these different things, whether it be these far left initiatives, net zero, deindustrialization, decarbonisation, and it's like it's quite clear that, and literally the prime example, I think, and I think you guys made a point of this as well in some of the videos you record. It's like you guys going out, and I quoted the post which you put up one time, and it was like going out and planting trees and doing all of this actually stuff to improve the community, improve the aesthetics of it, improve the quality of life in that, and that the government has the 500 million or whatever it is to take away from farmers in the UK via the inheritance tax, whatever it is. And then, funnily enough, it's the exact same amount, near enough, that they're going to send to foreign farmers in South America or whatever it is.
Yeah, that was an absolute bomb that dropped like 2 days later when that came out
Mm-hmm.
after. It's mad. Like, yeah. So the fact that, do you know that I think it might be 5 billion of that 40 billion is that's meant to be spent on foreign aid is spent on refugees that are in our homeland. So that's 5
All
billion.
right.
So that's an extra 5 billion as well. So all the it's just mad. See, when you start looking at the numbers, mate. So I started properly looking into the numbers when you asked me to come on here. Just to get them more clearer in my head. Because me being an activist, I'm more involved in the hearts and minds sort of things. You know, showing people that we're about nature. We're not about burning down buildings. We're about making sure that all these ecosystems that have taken lifetimes to build all our even all the way down to like the insects that live on the farms, mate, like
Mm.
we want it to be rich, fertile, and be able to grow. So sorry, I lost my train of thought there,
Yeah.
mate.
That's all right. I lose my train of thought all the time. I think literally one of the interviews I've done, I lost my train of thought like twice in 2 minutes. Every time I do to speak, it's almost like I've got nothing to say now. It's completely gone.
Yeah.
Um, but but yeah, it's just the war on farmers at the moment is something
Oh yeah.
that's
Oh,
really concerning. It's really concerning, and the biggest thing is it just seems that it's literally it's almost like this positive feedback loop. If you're familiar with those, where it's like
yeah.
a response is detected by the body, and in order to deal with that response, it upregulates the same mechanisms that go in place. And if it keeps going, then there's no end to it. There's no cut-off switch. It's literally like how things like mass migration or mass immigration coming in, and then the government doing seemingly everything it can to impoverish the natural people that live here. The native people, whether it be taking full allowances away for OAPs, whether it be
Yeah.
what's the other one that recently passed, or it was like the national inquiry for rape gangs, kind of like a separate
Yeah.
issue. But again, all of these things that drastically lower down the quality of life, the prosperity, the ability for people to have families, have kids, prosper themselves, have a job, whatever it may be. And then when those issues inevitably bring down the economy, bring down quality of life for the negative people, and they stop having kids, the population starts to decline. Oh, well, we need more migration. We need more immigration coming into, and then it's that positive feedback loop that ultimately, if taken to its logical conclusion, it's just going to result in replacement.
And that's it, because there really should be a benefit, like Viktor Orban's brought in Hungary, there should really be a benefit for the ethnic population to have big families in our homeland. And what I mean by that is tax breaks, financial incentives. But that can't be done while all this money is being wasted on foreign needs, shall we say, whether those needs are at home or away. But
Hmm.
there's so much money wasted. That's where it all comes down to. Look at the house prices from when our parents were younger. You're talking. Oh, sorry. We're talking. I don't know why I'm apologising. It's me that's not the. Alright, we're talking like 16,000 maybe, 7 to 16,000 pounds. Do you know?
Hmm.
Now you're talking like what, 150 to 240 for a two-bedroom flat, depending on the area of
Hmm.
Aberdeen. Do you know? It is
Yeah.
madness. But we're still classed as our wages compared to the increase of them in, say, like our cousin country of America. Our, like, an engineer's wages over the years has not grown proportionally to grow with inflation.
Hmm. Inflation's another massive one, and I think, and we'll get into the main thing, which I think a lot of people hear the term and they think it's very controversial.